Let's look at was or were English grammar. Last night he was sleeping. Now he is working. So we can say now Robert is at work. At midnight last night he wasn't at work. He was in bed. He was asleep. So we use was or were for the past tense. If it's plural, then we say they were or they weren't. If it's singular or I was, or he was, she was, I wasn't, she wasn't. I am, so if it's am or is, it changes to was. I am tired. I was tired last night. Where is Anne? Where was Anne yesterday? The weather is good today. The weather was good last week. If you use are, so if it's plural, you are late. You were late yesterday. They aren't here. They weren't here last Sunday. So we can say I was, I wasn't. Was I? If you make the question, if you make a yes or no question, you just take was at the start before the subject. Was I? Was he? If it's plural, we were. We weren't. So the contraction, we were not, we weren't. Were we? Some examples. Last year, Rachel was 22. Now she is 23 now. When I was a child, I was afraid of dogs. We were hungry after the journey, but we weren't tired. The hotel was comfortable, but it wasn't expensive. Was the weather good when you were on holiday? Those shoes are nice. Were they expensive? Why were you late this morning? So the short answers, if you just want to say yes or no, yes, he was. Yes, you were. No, he wasn't. No, you weren't. Were you late? No, I wasn't. Was Ted at work yesterday? Yes, he was. Were Sue and Steve at the party? No, they weren't. Sue and Steve are two, so it's plural. Okay, let's do these exercises together. Look at the pictures. Where were these people at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon? George was in bed. Carol and Jack were at the cinema. Sue was at the train station. Mr. and Mrs. Hall were at the restaurant. Ben was at the beach. I was in a cafe. Put am, is, or are present, or was, were in the past. Last year she was 22. Now she is 23 now. Today the weather is nice, but yesterday it was very cold. I am hungry. Can I have something to eat? I feel fine this morning, but I was very tired last night. Where were you at 11 o'clock last Friday morning? Don't buy those shoes. They are very expensive. I like your new jacket. Is it expensive? Or was it expensive because it was bought before? So if you're going to buy it now, you can say, oh, is it expensive? But if it's in the past, was it expensive when you bought it? This time last year, I was in Paris. Where are the children? So it's happening now. I don't know. They were in the garden 10 minutes ago. So put was, were, or wasn't, weren't in. We weren't happy with the hotel. Our room was very small and it wasn't very clean. George wasn't at work last week because he was ill. He was sick. He's better now. Yesterday was a public holiday, so the shops were closed. They are open today. They're open today. Were Sue and Bill at the party? Sue was there, but Bill wasn't. Where are my keys? I don't know. They were on the table, but now they're not there now. They're not there now. You weren't at home last night. Where were you? Why were you so late this morning? So it's the traffic was bad. That's the reason. Was your exam difficult? No, it was easy. Where were Anne and Chris last week? They were on holiday. How much was your new camera? It was £60. Why were you angry yesterday? Because you were late. Was the weather nice last week? Yes, it was beautiful.